trying to look for his handshake. I'm still Is that him in a vest? Is he right there with the blue vest and a white shirt? He's on 45-yard line. 45-yard line. Now he's at 47. Now he's coming back. That's not him? That is hand like
All right, the kick. Covers it deep. He'll take it to the outside. I saw a flag get thrown out there. He stays up on his feet. There's a flag on the field.
31-yard line. 30.
Do they have tryouts?
I can never get his mic right whenever he wears it. Like,
Yeah, so we got a hold on the Tide on the opening return. We'll go from the 30 back to the 20-yard line, and they'll start their possession there.
no, his mic's okay. It's complicated.
Oh, okay. Are most of them kids that are playing high school ball, college ball?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second game of week 4. We have the Warhawks, the Black Tide. Sir Gary Bassett up here. Takes a snap. Handoff down to the middle to the left side here. Get there.
Both these teams today looking to kind of right the ship and get things going on a little better direction. We'll see what happens.
Like Tide last week with a very, very close game.
Oh. That'll stop the game for just a moment while the officials get the player off for the helmet coming off. Balanced formation by the Tide. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers.
Takes a snap.
Clean snap.
Prospect throws it deep to the left side here. Ooh, incomplete.
Took a shot on that third down play.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Not a poorly thrown ball, just not a high percentage play probably, but that'll put them in punting situation on their opening drive.
Yep. Sanchez, quarterback for the Tide here. And they will have their punting team up.
The Warhawks with decent field position.
Yep. Eric Bassett, the punter. High, deep punt. That's what you want to see, pushing the Warhawks back here. Oh, that is the best punt we've seen. Grabs it, picks it up. Ooh, doesn't get brought down. Will be thrown out of bounds. Warhawks will take over at the 14. That is, honestly, that's the best punt I think we've seen in the ICFL, so.
It's a 75-yard punt. That's impressive. And I was just saying, I thought that would set up the Warhawks with some good field position, but
yeah.
I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah, it was just really good bounce, too, at the end. So the punt was obviously good and had to push him back.
You know, he got a spiral on the punt, and then as soon as it hit, it just went end over end on a quick roll.
Warhawks throw over to the right here. He shakes the defender, and that'll give him the first down.
Yeah,
Big gain of 11, that'll give him the first down. I love to see it here. Warhawks putting up a big stand. First defensive drive for the Tide here. And the first offensive for the Warhawks. Stay on their feet. They get it going.
Warhawks will also come out in a balanced formation. They do have 2 receivers right, though.
Big snap up the middle. Handoff here.
Play.
That'll be dead. Gonna go nowhere.
Yep. One of the
two. Bring up second down.
D linemen for the Tide got in there and disrupted that handoff almost.
Gavin Breen, quarterback for the Warhawks, number 12. All right, handoff, and he'll run it to the outside here, number 34. He will be brought down. A lot of strength behind that run, though. He'll begin 1, bring up third down.
Yeah, I'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 now for the Warhawks, and put him in what looks to be maybe a passing situation.
Michael Sonderman, running back there, number 34. He's got a lot of power, so if you can just get a little bit of extra time, hit that. Obviously, Black Tide crashing on the edges there, trying to get that defense. So
yeah, there wasn't too many blockers out in front of him to handle that, so he kind of got swarmed. Yeah. But we'll see what
him all by himself right there.
Yeah, we'll see what they draw up here on this long 3rd down play.
8 minutes 30 seconds. Snap. Play action, keeps it, throws over the middle, incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up.
Yeah, he threw that. I don't know that that's going to gain him a 1st down, but he threw it behind the receiver, so no chance at a completion on that play. So
intended receiver there was Carson Fisk, number 4, tight end.
This time I'm not going to say anything about field position.
Yeah, you never know.
But I mean, the odds say that the Tide ought to get the ball, around midfield possibly, but man, we'll see what kind of punt we get.
Ooh.
In this case, not a very good punt. Went out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Black Tide will take over at the 45. Yeah.
Yep.
Just didn't go that high, and it just went straight to the left. It wasn't like spiraled, though.
No. If it had been straight, it'd been interesting. So Tide will start in plus territory on the Warhawks 45-yard line.
Twins here. Take the snap. Handoff, number 2. And will be brought down. We gain a 5. Bring up second down. There was a number 2 there, Mr. Marco Garcia for the Tide.
Yeah, positive yardage on 1st down is always a good thing. That kind of leaves the door open for lots of different options on 2nd down.
Yeah, they couldn't get anything done during their first position.
Not at all. So they got 2 receivers out to the near side, 1 out to the far side.
Yeah. Emotion here. Hand off to number 2. He'll take it up the middle. That'll be a gain of 6.
Yeah.
I'll get him a 1st down. Garcia on that one again. Marco. And if you can get 5 yards every time you run it.
That's the name of the game. 4 or 5 yards each time. That'll bring those linebackers up. That provides the opportunity to maybe throw one across the middle later on. But, running the ball is always a primary objective.
Bro.
There's that slant.
Up the middle. He's got some room. That'll be in. Touchdown, Black Tide.
That was a well-designed play. I don't know. I was just talking about, running the ball opens up those passes across the middle. That's just what they did. They ran a slant across from the left side of the formation across, and the guy was wide open and just wasn't able to be caught. They'll line up and go for 2 here. And he's short of the goal line, so the try will be no good, but
extra points are no good.
6:54 left in the first quarter. The Tide take the lead 6-0.
Nice little slant there. Get the black Tide up and running. 6:51 here left in the first quarter. 6:54 here. 6 minutes. High, deep kick here. Returned, caught, taking off, going up the middle, coming to the outside here. Stiff arm, stays up. He will go out of bounds. Warhawks will take over. Run 21.
We do have a flag on the play, put up at the 42, well ahead of where the runner was forced out of bounds. So we'll see what happens there. If it's on the return team, that will be enforced from the end of the run, not the spot of the foul.
Return. Holding. Number 613.
Oh, it's a hold on the return team. So we'll go from the end of the run there back 10 yards and
it was actually on
Warhawks
number 7 there.
Yeah, Warhawks will set up shop at the 16-yard line.
Back in their own field here. Quite a bit. Motion. Ooh. I like that play. Does a little spin, handoff. That'll give him the first down. Play good for a gain of 10. That'll give him a first down.
Yeah, it was a well-designed play. They got a lot of motion going one way and handed off the other way. And
yeah, you show that you're going to hand off to one person, then you switch it up. I like it a lot.
Yeah, defense kind of bit on that initial motion and created a one on nobody for a few minutes there, for a few seconds there.
Jordan Parham, number 11 on that.
Yeah, great little run there for a first down. Kind of gets him out of that hole.
Motion. All right, drops back. Ooh, under pressure. He will be brought down.
Yeah, he had no chance to see that he had a receiver downfield that had he had time, had an opportunity maybe to complete a long ball, but he had no chance to even look that far downfield.
Not a lot of time. That is something that, especially during the first game that we saw, where the Griffins just didn't have any time, and so they just kept getting swarmed by the Sabres. So we're gonna see the Warhawks can put up a little bit more of a fight. A lot of these dudes on the defense are giant, though, so fighting for their life every play right here. Nice run up the middle here, handoff. He stays up and he keeps moving. Quick feet. Begin a 4.
Generally speaking, for this league, I think quick passes are far more successful than the ones where you're trying to get a receiver deep downfield. They're just I think the D lines are a little bit ahead of the O lines in most situations. So,
Get a quick slant or something like that.
yeah, those quick plays
Quick
like
screen.
Yep. Or a misdirection like they just had on the previous play for the first down. But now they're set up at the third down, and as we say in the officials world, double stakes. So it's 3rd and 12.
4:40 here left in the first quarter. Dropping back, throws over the middle, quick. Ooh, incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down. Almost intercepted by number 55, Colton Crawford.
It was really close. I think the receiver, when he ran that route, he sees number 55 there, and he just stopped.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
And I'm not saying I blame him either, but had he even caught that ball again, it's not going for more than a 3 or 4 yard, completion. So they're back in punt formation again, and we'll see what happens here. Maybe a little bit better punt. Pin the Black Tide a little deeper in their own territory.
Yeah, they warm-up punt last time, so. Takes a snap. It'll spin. It'll be fielded around the 50. Will be brought down. Black Tide will take over at the 45.
Well, as it turns out, the Black Tide take over at exactly the same yard line as they took over after the previous punt.
Yeah, Garcia fielded that one. Hey, good on the Warhawks. Way to take him down quick, wrap up, grab him.
Coverage was good. Yeah, absolutely. Coverage was good on the punt, just not a very deep one. And Tide receiver
down the field.
Was smart not to let it go and roll around on the ground. He just went ahead and fielded it.
A lot of the times in this league, though, they get out of that first hit and they keep going. So. Motion. Run back handoff to Garcia. And he will get stopped. Good stop for the Warhawks. They'll be gaining nada. Bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, they had a guy go in motion. I don't know whether that play was designed to go the A gap where it was ran or outside where the guy in motion decided to go block, but there wasn't much room for him to run at all, hence no gain on the play.
Warhawks are definitely down, but they are fighting strong, so. Takes the snap. Hands off to Garcia again. And he will be stopped. That'll be good for a gain of 9. Bring up 3rd down. We'll be just short here. We got 3 minutes, 27 seconds left in this first quarter and ticking down.
Yeah, it looks like the Tide are really determined to try to make this run game work. And that netted 8 yards and brings up relatively short 3rd and 2. I expect to see him try to keep the ball on the ground here, but
takes a handoff up the middle, stopped.
Yeah, they do, and no gain on the play. So 4th down, which I think they'll probably go for it here. Interesting to see what offense they come out, if they come out in a spread formation to kind of keep the defense a little bit more on their toes, or if they try to just power run it again. But definitely the Warhawks were ready for that.
Yeah, the Warhawks keep pushing it down the field, or the Black Tide keeps pushing it down the field with their runs up the middle, and the Warhawks just keep stopping them. So let's see what they do. They're going for it. 4th and short. 4th and 2 here. Ooh. Under center, moves up under center. Flag. I think this might be on the offense here.
I still think that is going to, they're still going to go for it here. It just sets up a different play call. I'm really not sure what their attempt, other than maybe draw the defense off, was.
I think that's what it was. I think they were trying to get him offside, trying to get a free 1st down. And then when he moved up, I think it was just ill design there. So, big snap. Hand off to Garcia. Takes it up the middle. I don't think it'll be enough.
He'll be short. He'll be short by a couple yards of that first down. That's a good. That's a good
short.
stand by the Warhawks there.
Will take over. Big morale pump for the Warhawks here as they take over. Warhawks take the snap. Blitz coming. Quick.
Well, that was a broken play for sure. Yeah. Quarterback turned to hand it off, and there was nobody there to hand off to. And that's never a good feeling if you're the QB.
Yeah. One, you can see a middle linebacker just crashing right behind his line there.
Yeah,
so.
it was
like perfect timing, too. They had him. So 1:22 left in this first quarter. We haven't seen the Warhawks get anything really together here offensively. Their defense has been putting in a lot of work, though, and maybe that'll give them the morale boost they need for their offense to make a play.
Sometimes that's what it takes, is a play on defense to set up the offense and give them some momentum. They're running trips here to the near side this time, so looks like they're committed to a pass.
Yep. Throws quick, number 23.
And we do have a completed pass, but it's for short yardage.
Regain of 6. Bring up third down.
How about 40 seconds left? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Great minds think alike, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to get that clock in here somehow, some way. You know I do, because if I'm here, it's not a big deal. But if I'm kind of tuning in from somewhere else, it's so nice to see that.
17 seconds.
It looks like they may try to get a playoff here.
Sure.
If they want, they can take it to quarter, and I'm not sure they're not going to do that here.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to let them do whatever here.
Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. So we'll end the first quarter 6-0. It'll bring out about third down and 11 from the Warhawks' own 36-yard line when we resume the second period.
Rose over the middle here. Received. He stays on his feet.
That's
a gain of 17. That'll give him a first down.
Very, very nice play. Great pass and a great reception.
Yeah.
Went up and got it, caught it with the hands and brought it down, and that's huge.
Way to stay on your feet there, too, and keep going. So.
Yep.
Let's go.
Joshua says, imagine if the running back had no line. I'm not sure for which team, but both teams. That's the problem that we're seeing with the Warhawks, is they can't get any run games down. So, and the defense on the Warhawks is stopping the Tide's O-line. So snap, handoff down the middle here. That's going to go nowhere.
That's form tackle there.
We'll be gaining nada. Bring up second down.
Looking at him for football and for or baseball, and with it being the COVID year, the seniors.
Absolutely no gain on the play. You're right. Just no, not a lot of offensive running plays through the middle by either team, to be honest. But certainly right now the Tide are maybe getting a little bit of the better of the running game, but both teams seem to have it pretty well locked down.
Mm-hmm. 2 to the inside, single to the out. Takes a snap, throws quick right. Ooh! Incomplete pass.
That may not resulted in a first down, but he would have been a couple of yards at least.
Yep.
In the first down. Just hit the hands and bounced out. So
yeah, remember, you got to catch the ball, then make the run. So, and sometimes you're thinking about the next step before you get the first step done.
Yeah, I'm sure he knew that the defender was close by, but all these receivers got to know they're going to get hit. So I don't think that was necessarily the problem. It just didn't, like you said, just didn't look it all the way in. They're going to bring three receivers to the near side here, one to the far side. And a quick throw to the side. It's going to be short of the first down, though, by quite a few. So it'll set up about
3. Bring up fourth down.
Fourth and almost, it's a long 6 to go, maybe 7. 4th and 7 here.
10 minutes, 12 seconds here.
And with the Warhawks being in plus territory, I would imagine if they're going to go for it here and take their chances.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Honestly, if I'm them, I would punt this away. You know, you could probably get them within around the 20 here, and you know your defense has held them. So that's what I would bank on personally. Whereas you've seen that, like, these plays may not be as desirable. So
they're not. They haven't converted a fourth down here.
Goes back under pressure.
Just had no chance.
Goes nowhere.
That pocket collapsed so quick.
We'll switch sides. The Black Tide will take over.
Yeah, there was just no blocking for him on that play, and I don't even think he got to his first option.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So Black Tide will take over here at the 48 instead of what could have possibly been around the 20. So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't know they haven't had a strong punter, strong leg, but he doesn't need a strong leg on that particular one.
And you know that if the Black Tide is going to kick from the first punt we saw, that they'll be able to boot it all the way back. So you try to hold them as far back as possible.
Absolutely.
All right, takes a snap, throws over the middle here, cuts.
Short gain.
3, bring up second down.
Yeah, short gain of 3 yards on that slant, but again, positive yardage on the first down.
Ooh, I'm gonna butcher this one. Alan Armendariz. Yeah, that one's not how you say it, but number 14 there with the receive. I challenge any one of you to say my last name before you even get talking about messing up other people's names. So. Takes a snap, goes over the middle. Gets pushed by his own teammate to get him a few yards there. So.
I can't tell which one's Jeff because I don't.
Again, a 6. Bring him third down.
Didn't look like a huge hole, but he just found a little bit and then got, like you said, the whole line push surged ahead and helped him bring up a 3rd down and 2 now, which is I think any team would take 3rd and 2 most days. So.
Especially going into the enemy territory here.
Balanced formation with the guy in motion.
Throws, play action here. Throws to the outside. Caught. He's got some room.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a gutty play. We do have a penalty, however.
I think that was a caught by Nico Jaime, whichever one it is, in the back.
I was too. I didn't know
First down out. 99 of the 2 10.
So unnecessary roughness by the defense, number 69, Jace Brinkman.
Let's go, Black Tide!
Half the distance to the goal.
Flag. Unnecessary roughness. Yeah.
Looks like we have a timeout. First timeout by the Warhawks here.
Yeah, I agree. What's the age of these players? 8.
So we'll start third down at the 15-yard line
Takes
for
a
the
snap,
Tide.
handoff to Garcia. Dancing. He stays up. He stays alive.
Wow,
Doing anything he can.
that's a lot of athletic ability to gain 5 yards,
That'll
but
be a gain of
that's
5.
exactly what happened.
Second down. Yeah, he dances, gets that 5 yards, dives as he's fallen. To get as many extra yards as humanly possible right there.
Of course, in this league, that we're down as soon as he hits the ground. We're not a down by contact league like the NFL.
Seven minutes, 27 seconds here. All right. Throws. Incomplete. Oh, it was complete there.
Yeah, we got a completion for
Yeah,
first down to
that.
the 9-yard line. He was able to snag that, bring it in, and run out of bounds.
That'll give him a first down.
Actually, down to the I got inside, almost just inside the 5 to the
Yeah.
4-yard line, and sets up first and goal for the Black Tide.
Go away again.
6:55 here in the second quarter. Black Tide trying to get their second touchdown of the day.
They bring 2 receivers out to the near side,
Motion.
put their back in motion.
Quarterback's taking off. I don't know what he's doing. Oh,
That's
bad
a forward
play.
pass.
That's what that
That's
was.
a forward pass, incomplete.
Yeah.
He's fortunate, but that's a design play. So
Incomplete pass.
yeah, they know if it's going to be pitched
Third down.
forward and the ball hits the turf, then we're going to have an incomplete pass versus a fumble. So
It was a little underhanded. It was still a forward pass.
yeah, it's all about the direction of the ball, and in that case, it went forward. So the officials were on top of it. They got that play shut down pretty quick. But no gain on the play, so second and goal from the 4. Similar formation again, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side.
Oh, thank you.
Big snap.
We're from you.
Under pressure, quick.
Trying to compare.
Incomplete.
So thank you, and I love you.
Incomplete pass. That'll bring up third down.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. I'm a diet Coke,
Just immediately
but I think
under pressure and just didn't have enough time to get it to his receiver there. Receiver only got one hand on it.
Yeah, it had to be a perfect ball, and it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, and I think the Black Tide are used to having a little bit more time.
Well, this has kind of been their story this year, though.
Yeah.
You get down in the red zone and inside the 10 and not be able to come up with points. And this is a
Quarterback
keeper by the
keep.
quarterback. He sold that fake really, really well into the line and just pulled it back
Touchdown,
and
Black Tide.
walked in the end zone. We do
There's a flag on the field.
have a flag on the play, however.
It was whistled Or the flag was thrown early, so we'll see.
My Diet Coke hat says, "Is there rehab for Diet Coke?"
First to the black tide in the end zone, apparently.
Sad but true.
He's going over there to talk to the other ref.
Looks like this penalty to be on the defensive team, which means they get an option to take this penalty on the try, or
No, it's not good for me, and I don't drink it like
take the.
I would drink it 44
Oh,
ounce.
oh,
Oh, I could.
oh! Shoot!
You know, you look at it now and it's like.
So what happened there? That was such a good fake into the line that it faked out the official. He thought the person had the ball. He shut down the play while the quarterback actually pulled the ball and ended up scampering into the end zone. But the whistle had blown.
Sorry, I'm getting acclimated. No, they come back.
A little bit of a tough break for the Tide, but they'll replay third down here. See what they draw up.
Take down the middle.
He gets in.
Touchdown. Black tide. And now they actually get it.
Again, going for two. They've got two to the near side, one to the far side, and two backs, one on either side of the quarterback to start this 2-point conversion attempt.
From
And
back
they're looking
throwing
for
to the
that
inside. Will be caught. There a flag on the field?
Passing it there. He's declined. Milton played.
Extra points are good. That's what matters there.
Mark. All right, they'll take it on the kick.
I was going to say.
Oh, no, I pushed the wrong button.
For in that situation, in case you're wondering, watching at home, the call on the field was defensive pass interference. Anytime there's a defensive penalty on a scoring play, by our league rules, the offended team has a chance to take that. In this case, the succeeding spot, they're not going to take the points off the board. The succeeding spot is going to be the kickoff, so they get that yardage on the kickoff. So the back tide will be kicking from the Warhawks 45-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he just got pushed in the back there right as he was catching it right before.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those that it clearly was early contact. Can you maybe hold that flag? Possibly. But then the other side of that coin is if there'd have been a holding penalty on that play, now you've held a flag that maybe you should have thrown, and now what are you going to do about the holding? So sometimes if it looks like it's an obvious call, you got to make the call the way you see it. And in this case, it tacks 15 yards on the
This kick could go out of the end zone. Oh, the ball fell right as he was about to kick it.
Yeah, the old Charlie Brown Lucy without anybody being there.
Yeah.
But they're going to have a holder now step in and hold the ball.
Short kick here. Trying to keep it in bounds. Warhawks will take over at the 27.
Well, considering where the Tide kicked out from, that's not actually a bad outcome.
Yep.
They've got a little bit of grass behind them, and see what the Warhawks can do on this possession. they've had a little bit of success with that quick throw, just like the Black Tide has. Just a matter of can they be consistent with it and maybe open up some room on the ground.
All right, handoff will be stopped. Will be gain of 3. Bring up second down for the Warhawks on the 30 here. Big snap. Throws it deep to the right here, looking for number 14. Ooh.
There's a pretty decent breeze blowing out there. I think it's like 17 miles an hour. And I don't know that you could put the ball in a better position if you're the quarterback there. He threw a great ball. Just, I don't know if the receiver lost a little bit, but just outside his outstretched hands. But I think that's maybe a ball he could have ran underneath. But that was a great ball by the quarterback.
Yeah. Intended receiver there, it looks like Zion Peralt. Picture snap. Throws over the middle here. Interception. And he will be brought down. Interception. Black Tide will take
I
over.
truly don't think he saw him at all. He had a receiver, and he just stepped right in front of that pass. Looked like, I mean, hit him right in the midsection.
Yeah, right, it
It's
like
pretty
it
hard
went
to
right
drop
to
that
him,
ball.
you know?
So, but I really don't think he saw him initially when he was letting the ball go, and then he just stepped in and was right to him. Good field position at the 33 for the Black Tide to set up this possession or this next possession. Time for a stand if you're the defense here.
Yeah. 5 minutes, 14 seconds here. Sanchez drops it deep to the left side, looking for number 1. Oh, that's going to be a PI. Flag on the field. Intended receiver is Tyson Summers. Again. Yeah.
Yep, that
Receiver
was one of those.
cuts back in to try to get it, to dive to get it, and DB just has him.
Yep.
Ooh, holding on the offense there.
Now those underthrown balls like that, it's so critical that the defense is still trying to play the ball. So we still have a first down.
Takes a snap. Has some time. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down. Yeah, so I don't know. You get that holding on the offense, it pushes them back. But if you don't get that that PI, if it's just that PI too, that's rough.
Yeah,
you know?
that's just what we're talking about. Is you got to call what you see. You have no idea what's going on in the backfield with the other officials. Who else may have a flag? You got to call what you see, and in this case, it ended up being offsetting penalties. So we're bringing 2 wide here to the near side and 1 to the far side.
Under pressure.
And
He's staying up. trying to dodge. He stays on his feet, throws it deep. He's open. Touchdown. Touchdown, Black Tide.
I don't see any flags on the play on that one, and it's just a matter of the Warhawks not being able to wrap him up and bring him down. They had 2 or 3 opportunities there to bring him in, and he was able to escape. And
that's number 19 of Fran Lopez on that there. Yeah, they couldn't get the quarterback down. I couldn't believe that he threw it, to be honest, though, that he still had it.
Well,
he throws
it wide open, though.
And he's just sitting back there by himself. That's why you got to just keep watching the play as it develops. You can't take your eyes away. See that the quarterback's almost down.
Yep,
and
exactly.
Then giving up.
Well, for this conversion, they're bringing trips to the near side. Again, I anticipate maybe a short throw, a screen.
There's going to be a screen over the middle, and someone. Oh,
they're going to run it.
He stays on his feet. Garcia takes off to the outside, and he has it. Is that a flag I just saw across the field? Flag on the field. Yeah, I saw it.
So we're going to have an illegal blindside block on the Black Tide on that play. And that happens sometimes when you get a receiver that breaks wide like that. You got a guy coming back to make a block, and you've got to use your hands. Or that guy has to have full vision of you on the block, and in this case, he didn't. So that's going to bring him back 15 yards from the spot of that foul, and they'll retry for the 2-point conversion.
The blindside block. The sign of the offense. 15 yards from the spot of the try. Or 15 yards from the spot of foul. Retry.
15 yards back, trying to get a 2-point conversion here. You had it a second ago. Let's see if you can do it again.
See if the O-line can block and well enough to get the feet.
Deep. Oh.
Almost intercepted.
No good.
Which, again, in this league, you can't return that interception, so it was kind of inconsequential, but no conversion for the Black Tide. With 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter, the Tide lead 20-0.
Nice try, though, but no cigar.
Yeah, I didn't see the...
High kick. The wind keeps it in the air, too. Gives the Tide plenty of time to get down the field. Warhawks will take over at the 29.
Again, not bad field position, but they've just got to figure out a way here with 4:44 to go in the half
so the wind
put some plays together.
Going against the Tide, but they kick it all the way. They kick it so high and so far that it actually just keeps it up there. The wind has just enough strength to keep it up in the air just a little bit longer.
Well, it did, and in fact, it came down and bounced.
Yeah.
Nobody recovered it, so the up receiver got it, took it, and then handed it back to the deep receiver. Well, let's see if they can get something put together here to end the second half.
Ooh. Handoff. Ooh, caught, though. It'll be a loss of 2.
Now we got a penalty on the play.
Flag on the field. Looks like this is after the play. It might be a late hit or unnecessary roughness. see what the White Hat's got to say. Yeah, he's got a little book. Anytime they got that book, your number's getting written up. So. Ooh, taunting, yeah.
I made a good play, but you could play and keep going. You don't have to get in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is a taunting penalty on the made a great play, but you don't have to do that.
Nope.
Wait, shut that play down.
You liked it better, huh? You liked it better?
This is not my bench.
Walk up and down.
Throw over the middle to number 1, caught. And I think that'll push him far enough to get
Yeah,
that.
no, we got near
He
official's
gained
got a
11,
good
but
spot there. He's going to have a 1. And again, that quick slant has worked. It's worked for both teams, but it certainly seems to be a play that works for the Warhawks. And I'll be surprised if they don't try to go to it a little bit more here as they close out this first half.
Number 1, Jamaica Barber and the Warhawks. 3 minutes, 58 seconds here. Clock slowly winding down in the second quarter here. Warhawks trying to get on the board, making the most progress we've seen all day right here. Some a little bit due to the penalties, some due to good plays. Handoff, and he gets it.
You know, actually a very good play.
Gain of 5, second down.
Gain of 5 yards on the play, and you know, a good tackle really prevented that from being a first down.
Yeah, Warhawks just showing little cracks here and there to the Black Tide's defense and capitalizing.
They're going to go twins on both sides of the formation this time with a single back.
Motion.
And they put that slot receiver in motion. Oh.
Gets caught right at the handoff.
I'll tell you what, they just gave back the 5 yards that they gained on the previous play. Yeah, it had to be a missed assignment on the offensive line because I'm telling you, that guy it was handed off almost to the defensive back. That's how quickly it happened.
We just talked about the cracks in the defense, and they just sealed that up real quick. Put some Flex Seal over there and got in there to get that running back. If they would have been just second later on that too, they would have had them both up in arms right there.
Yeah.
All right, throws over the middle here. One-handed interception. Gonna take it down the field. He might have it.
I do not see any
Pick
flags.
6, Black Tide, touchdown.
Yeah, I see no flags on the field. And again, I think another situation where he just didn't see the that defender.
Yeah, well, and the Warhawks have one hand on that catch there.
No, they both were right there.
The defender has it right on it with him, too, and has both of his hands and just takes it and goes.
Yeah, we can't define that one as a simultaneous catch. No receivers or both players didn't have control of the ball.
Yeah.
But clearly the Warhawks guy had a hand in there.
He just had the one hand, and it wasn't his. So.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that was by number 25, TJ Cochran on that one. All right, Warhawks taking another timeout here. Motion. Handoff. Quarterback keeps it. He'll run it in. Extra points are good. Brandon Garrett says that was number 33. Thank you, Brendan. That is Cody Raleigh. Hits his hands, drops it, picks it back up after he dribbles it, and he will stay up and he will be stopped. Warhawks will take over at the 38. 2-minute warning. So we're going to have our 2-minute timeout here.
Next thing you know, they'll have a TV timeout. So people can get on their phones. You know? I know I'm going out for sure.
Ooh. So, went for the handoff. A little bit of miscommunication there. I think he was looking for a running back. Wasn't there. I think we have a timeout here by the Tide. Yep. First timeout by the Black Tide.
Do their timeouts carry over into the second half? Or is it just 3 per half? Okay. Black Tide. Kids, get him!
Oh, caught! Stays on his feet, runs to the outside, gets tripped up. Bring back to where they started. That'll be third down.
Second of the first half.
Oh, I do too. I have a son
right, takes the snap. Takes off with it, throws it deep to number 14. He got it! Deep catch by number 14. That'll be 30 yards. That'll give him a first down. Catch by... Roll the clock, roll the clock, roll the clock, roll the clock, roll the clock. That was in. Number 14, Zion Baruch. I just say their names different every time. So finally gets that catch that they want. Stays on his feet, keeps it up. All right. Run to the outside here. And that'll be run out of bounds. And that'll be good for first down. And good for first down. On the snap. All right, takes a snap. Throws over the middle. No, incomplete. Incomplete pass. I'll bring up second down. He is under pressure and just lobs it up. There's a flag. I think it's going to be on the quarterback. Oh, no. This is going to be a taunting on the Black Tide, number 42. Oh, 22. Jeff Santos. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down. Now listen, Warhawks just marching down the field trying to score. There's a minute 2 left on the field by number, and you get that taunting by number 22, just giving them free yards. I understand you make a play, but you got to stop that. You're giving the enemy team free yards when you're up. All right, low snap, recovers well. Quarterback takes it, throws it up the middle, intercepted. Interception. Black Tide will take over. This is, so you get the quarterback rushing, he tries to make a little bullet pass up the middle, and the defense is just on it. They're right there, they have it. All of that progress you make just comes to an end. 54 seconds left here in the second quarter. Warhawks almost had it there.
Yeah, a little more focus.
Oh, we got a timeout. Timeout, last timeout of the Warhawks.
Well, they have their stomachs painted, but they are so loud. They say it every time. It's just one of those. I didn't know if every college had that. A certain section that was named something.
Tide with 54 seconds here, trying to march down the field to score. Takes a snap, handoff. Number 19. Have some room. He will go out of bounds. Run good for a gain of 20, and that'll give him a first down. Number 19, Lopez.
Buy a suite upstairs if that's what you need.
For as much hurrying up as they're doing, the clock does not actually start because he went out of bounds. 47 seconds here. Be on the snap here. Black Tide have 2 timeouts left. Takes a snap. Sanchez moving up in the middle. Under pressure, throws to the right here. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. They'll bring up second down. Bassett there. Lets it go through his hands. Cradles it. Throws it away. Pretty sure it's Bassett there. Very bright jerseys. So where's my sunglasses? Just not to be blinded by them. 40 seconds here. Twins. Drop back throw. Quick pass to number 1. He's brought down. Timeout. In a 6. Bring up third down.
Timeout. Last side. Third and final.
Oh, that's the third and final timeout. Oh, I forgot they called 2 earlier when it was the other drive. So no more timeouts for each team. 34 seconds here.
For one seat, they're allowed. And they inherited them. I mean, they had to buy them from the family. Which is like, well, is it like 10
Cool.
There's never a weekend tailgating. Always tailgating. But see, in Utah, they have a game like that, and it's the red and white game. It's yours the blue and orange. And so you know about it.
Rips to the outside. 2 on the inside here. Drop back. Oh, under pressure, scrambling. Keeps it. It's going to run it out of bounds. Run good for 5. They'll give him a fresh set of downs. First down. Time will be stopped. 28 seconds.
Defense holds the offense.
Throws it deep over the middle right here. Stays on his feet. He will be brought down. Catch good for 15. They're going to first down. As soon as the ball is set, the clock will roll. 20 seconds. Dropping back, throwing over the right here. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down. Honestly, if I'm them, I just spike it real quick. Stop the clock. You have no more timeouts. You have 14 seconds. Just spike it real quick, be done with it. Lose the 2 yards, you know?
We had such a lousy year. I'm just kidding. We love our important. You have that uniform. He's dean of the athletic department by now. Come on.
Takes a snap. Dropping back. Under pressure. Throws to the right here. He goes back inbounds and staying out of bounds. He stays up on his feet. He has it down the field. Let's see what the call is. Touchdown time.
If there was like no time left on the clock, would they still get to go for 2? They would stack.
say like the overtime is slow.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! They can have.
About 3 seconds on there.
I could have caught that one.
I could have dropped that one. Reset for pros overtime. Or a touchdown.
They've already won.
Could be
There's 3 seconds left, but they might just run it off right here.
Well, I thought
I'm not sure what exactly. It looks like they might want the kickoff.
first team could score.
Yeah, this is on both coaches to decide if they want, but. All right, this is gonna be quick right here. Probably gonna do a squib, try to get it back, try to run it deep. I'm not exactly sure. 3 seconds here. Or a little ground kick, just jump on it. The time is up. Oh, he stays up, he gets it. All right, maybe he's gonna take it to the house, or he won't. He is done.
The house.
Ball. Back.
And the kick. Deep. Ooh, bobbled. Caught. Received. Down. Doing stuff. Making him making a valiant effort right here. Ooh, I think the ball got loose. So they're saying he's down. The Tide's saying otherwise, obviously. But let's see what that line ref says. It's up to him. He was signaling down, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But all right. Warhawks will take over at the 31. That's a big dude though that came away with the ball. So number 6 for the Tide, Mitch Gammon. All right, handoff. Ooh, play action, keeps it. Takes a hit. I'll begin a 1. Bring him second down. Doing his darndest out there. All right, handoff to number 11. Trying to get it through. It'll be stopped though. It'll be loss of a yard. Bring up third down. Number 11, Jordan Parham for the Warhawks there. All right, snap. Throw. Bump. And he'll keep it. Run out of bounds. Will not be good enough for the first, though. We'll begin a 7. Bring up fourth down. Owner says he just wants Caleb, number 42, to do good. I think that's number 42 on the Warhawks there. Next snap, handoff. Traffic. He will be stopped. It'll be a loss of 3. They'll switch sides. Black Tide will take over. Yeah, especially in that situation, I'm punting it. I'm not sure why exactly they went for it, but you punt it, try to get better field positioning. You have the wind with you a little bit there. Handoff. He's just hiding behind his dudes. And he will be stopped here. Is a gain of 6? Bring up second down.
Warhawks, but which person? Yeah. We're here to support the club. Oh, okay. We're all traveling from out of town. Where in Utah are you from? I'm from Salt Lake. My sister's from Green. Oh, okay. One brother's from Hill. My other brother's from town. Oh, you yeah? Okay. So USU, is that? Yeah.
All right. Drop back. Ooh, pump fake under pressure. Looks like someone got a hand on him. He throws it. Caught. Let's see if he was out of bounds. They're saying he got it. It's good for 20. That'll give him a first down. He toe tips it out of bounds. 8 minutes, 12 seconds here. Nice catch.
Okay, I have a hard time remembering.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm 53. I
The snap. Throws it over the middle here. Caught. Touchdown, Tide.
can give you my other sleeve.
All right, goes for the throw. Caught. The kick. And that'll roll out of bounds. All right, Warhawks from the 20. Takes a snap, play action, throws it deep to the left side here. Oh, out of bounds. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down. Snap. Ooh, handoff. Be a loss of 1. Bring him third down. Handoff that doesn't go very far. Six minutes, 50 seconds here in this third quarter. Takes a snap. Ooh, quarterback keeps it under pressure, throws it out of bounds. Incomplete pass. We're going fourth down. Looks like they might punt it here. Warhawks got the wind with them. Not very strong anymore, though. Being a little lazy, but put it away. The punt. The punt here. And that will go out of bounds. Like Tide will take over at the 33, 23, 28. I'll let it. Yeah. They're over there, yeah. Oh, God. 33, and then 23, and then 28. There's over there. Yeah. It's already been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. 6:24 left here in this third quarter. And through 1.5 games already today, and I'm already done, fried. Yeah. All right, takes a snap. Throws over the middle, caught. Will be brought down. He'll be gaining 9. Bring him second down. Catch by number 14 there. That is Ellen Armendariz. .555 here in this third quarter. I think they're going to throw it to these inside here. Oh, nope. Handoff. Garcia going back and forth. There is a flag on the play. There's a flag on the field. El Presidente. See what this white hat's got to say.
Well, that's what I went through mine so that my kid didn't have the ones that were pertinent or that he would relate. Other ones like
Holding. Number 10 on the offense.
Holding by number 10 on the offense. Replay. Second down. Second and 11.
Oh, I'll wait for you then. Okay. I did not for yours.
All right. Takes a snap. Throws deep to the right side here. Caught, but I think he might have been out of bounds. Incomplete pass. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks like the Tide has a new quarterback, number 12, Seth Cross. And that catch was just out of bounds. .524. Takes a snap. Takes off to the inside here. And he will go down. Quarterback keep. Begin at 4. Bring up 4th down. I've never seen the quarterback run slower, but there he is. It looks like Tide's bringing out the punting team. All right, the punt, high, very short though, and it's gonna bounce out of bounds. After the punt, that's lots of 2 yards. The Warhawks will take over. Oh, finger lifted off the button. Yeah, I think I just got the side of his foot there. The wind is so strong at this exact moment, it is just slowly rolling the ball away. They have a person out there holding it. Warhawks, great positioning. Takes the snap. Hand off to number 1. Ooh, he is caught. He stays up, and he's brought down now. That'll be a loss of 8. Bring up 2nd down. And just runs into traffic there. Can't get it quite going. 350 here. Takes a snap. Quick throw to the left here. Caught. He stays up. Go out of bounds. Big gain of 5 and bring up 3rd down. That was a catch. Ooh, oh, almost over the last weekend. That catch was by number 14 there. Dion Rolt. All right, 3rd and 14 here. Trips to the inside. All right. Under pressure, throws over the middle. Caught. He stays up. He trucks a hit. Touchdown, Warhawks. Big touchdown for the Warhawks. First of the game. It looks like they're going to go for a kick. I'm not sure if they can. We're going to find out. Oh, nope. Extra point is no good. Why did that? I was like, maybe I clicked the button, but I think I meant. Received, and you'll run it up the middle. Oh, ball's loose. Warhawks recover, and he will be brought down. Fumble recovery, and the Warhawks will take over. Takes a snap. Ooh, dodges defender. Throw. That'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring him second down. Warhawks trying everything here, pulling out every stop they can. Grips the inside here. Looking for a quick pass. In the pocket, rolls out. Interception. Oh, he's going to take it to the outside, to the inside. He's dancing. He's still up. Oh, he pitches it back. And he'll run out of bounds. Interception and a pitch back. Black Tide will take over. The pitch, okay, so the interception was by Lucas Gottschall on that, and then pitch back to, who was that, Orlando Clay in the defense? Diamond right to the outside. He's just going to keep it and take off. That looked like it felt bad. I'll begin at 10. Get him first down. Oh, we have a injury in player injury. We got a new quarterback in, Brandon Booth, number 16, the Tide. 30 seconds here. All right, quads the outside. They have a single on the in. Takes a snap. Throws over the left here. Caught. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Gain of 8. Bring up second down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Developed the taste over 12 weeks.
First game, no idea what team, no.
I think they were Savage. Because the guy that was vaping with them, he was wearing a Savage.
Maybe the Griffins.
Sabres, I think it was.
Well, the Griffins were the Sabres.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
All right. 2 yards here. He takes a handoff, quarterback runs it in. Touchdown, Black Tide. We will now have a running clock. All right. Extra points are going to be no good on that one. Extra points are no good. And the kick will be returned up the middle. Will be stopped. Warhawks will take over at the 42. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a running clock in this fourth quarter here, so it will just keep ticking down. Only time it will be stopped is after the PAT, and then for any version of a timeout, whether that be from the refs or the teams. All right, snap, handoff, late handoff here. It will be brought down. There'll be a loss of one. Bring up second down. Big snap. Throws to the outside here. Stays up. It'll be a gain of one. Bring up third down. .827 here in this fourth quarter. Takes a snap. Pump. Takes off with it. Goes down. Flag on the field. I think that's a late hit there. Oh, face mask on the defense. Oh, that was. All right, takes the snap, runs, will be brought down. Will be a gain of two, and bring up second down.
We should have just turned and would come right from school. So instead of me
Takes the snap. Runs off to the left side here. He stays up. The run will be good for first down. Stays up on his feet. Because the run good for 10 right there. Warhawks just marching down the field. Takes a snap. Handoff. And he will be brought down. It'll be a gain of 3. Takes the snap. Play action. Throws to the right side. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 3rd down. Takes a snap. Oh, rolling under pressure, throws. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down. He was getting hit at as he's throwing too. So 4 minutes, 15 seconds here. We saw them earlier trying to do a PAT and get an extra point with a kick. I wonder if they're going to try to get a field goal here. I don't think they will, but I think it would be great if they did it. We haven't seen one of those in years. I think the Aztecs last year, or maybe 2 years ago it was, that had one. .33. Snap. Run back. Rolls out to the right. Throws. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. It will switch sides and the Black Tide will take over.
This is a 2-minute warning.
right. Second and 13 here for the Tide. Takes the snap. Throws it deep over the middle here. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. We'll bring up third down. All right, drop back. Throwing over the middle to the left here to number 1. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. We're in a fourth down. We got 45 seconds here. Ooh, deep punt. The game is over. 0-0. Let's see if he can return it here. Oh, the ball's fumbled. That is down. That is done. That is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you guys all later.